Just the word Bentley, it conjures up images of luxury, speed, refinement, and now economy. And don't you scoff or snigger, Bentley is serious about going carbon neutral, and this is the first step, the start of it, the Bentley Flying Spur Hybrid, if you like, a confident half step towards electrification. It's resulted in the sort of headlines that a decade ago would have seemed bizarre. The most fuel-efficient Bentley ever. But in 2023, that makes this the most relevant Bentley, well, ever. Aside from the hybrid badges and an extra filler cap, there is nothing to give the PHEV game away. This is first and foremost a flying spur. It's a big car too, 5.3 metres long. You can actually fit an original Mini in between the front and back wheels, and it weighs 2.5 tonne. But here's the clincher, the official combined fuel economy figure, the WLTP figure for this car, is 3.3 litres per 100 kilometres. In English money, that's 85 miles per gallon in a Bentley. That also means it's got a low CO2 number, trace 75 grams per kilometre, so no ute tax. And it's not just down to the electrics. The hybrid swaps the V8 for a twin-turbo V6. As a result, this spur has up to 800 kilometres of range. And to put that in perspective, that's Whangarei to Wellington. Aside from fuel economy, the numbers are close. This V6 produces 306 kilowatts, the electric motor 100. That makes for a combined 400 kilowatts. The V8 has 404. Don't get me wrong, the V8 is awesome. Just check out our first drive in the Spur V8 to see what I mean. And it is quicker than the hybrid, just in all those key performance statistics. It really is close. The V8 has slightly more torque, 770 versus 750 newtons, and top speed though is the same, 270. Off the mark, this hybrid will hit 100 in 4.3 seconds. Quick, but not quite as quick as the V8. That's 0.2 faster. So 5% slower, but 400% more economical. But that's just the numbers. You see, the Spur Hybrid has another feather in its cap. Actually, forget feather, it's a whole carload of down. Because this is not just the most environmentally friendly Bentley ever, it's also the quietest. And that's why we're driving it at night while the city's sleeping. You see, the Spur Hybrid delivers up to 41 k's of silent electric driving. It is the most Bentley thing ever. It's no secret, I love how Bentleys drive, but the impression is made the moment you open the door. The smell of that leather, everything is hand-built. The interior of a Bentley never fails to impress. Now, Bentley Auckland, the Flying Spur Hybrid, starts at $449,000. This, though, is the Azure. It's priced at $525,000. Coincidentally, exactly the same price as a V8 Azure. You know, I'm now starting to wonder if the back seat might offer even more wow factor, as in relaxation and the quiet. I'm just not a backseat person. It's still good to be in the front seat of the Spur. That said, the backseat remote could tempt with the wireless touchscreen mode. Still, there's plenty of fun up front with the drive mode offering Sports, B, which is Bentley's recommended setting, Comfort, and a custom mode. What there isn't, though, is an Eco Drive mode. What you can do, though, is select how the hybrid works, including telling it to hold on to electric power and use it later. The one thing that stands out is the way all the new tech combines so well with the traditional touches. It's something Bentley does better than anybody. I mean, the mere fact that this car was specified on a computer in Auckland but built by hand in Crewe in the UK. When I say built by hand, I mean it. Every stitch is done by hand. There are literally billions of options in the way you can specify this car. The hybrid has regen and the ability to juice up the battery on the move, or you can plug it in for a 2-hour charge, which would be enough for most people's weekday commute. And the battery power doesn't give up at 60 k's an hour like some systems. This Spur will drive up to 140 kilometres an hour on battery alone. And this is just the start. Already the W12 engine, that glorious W12 engine, is being phased out. By next year, every Bentley will have a plug-in hybrid option. By 2030, that's just 6.5 years away, every Bentley will be electric. I won't lie, I'm going to miss that V8 burble. That said, I can't think of a more perfect car to have that combo of instant torque and silence than a Bentley. You know, I've long believed Bentley was the perfect candidate for electrification, and this, the Flying Spur Hybrid, proves it. This is the first step. Bentley are onto something very, very special. I know it's the best of British, but what a great Kiwi combo tonight. 0 emissions around town, yet up to 800 kilometres of open road range. It is the perfect compromise, and best of all, it does it with absolute class.